Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we have the brand new Leica SL3S. So I've had the SL, I've had the SL2S multiple times. Always ended up selling it for some reason. Most Leica, people who own Leica, everybody kind of does the same thing. We buy them, we sell them, we swap. I go to the Q, I go to the Q1, 2, I've had the 3. Haven't had the Q3 43 yet. I'm still using my Deluxe as well. Just a Leica fanboy. I love design. I love kind of everything that every other Leica person loves about Leica to justify the cost. And at the end of the day, I still love it. But this is a major improvement over the SL2S. I would say the biggest thing, of course, was the autofocus. It just wasn't holding up with the other cameras. You could totally use it for photo, video. It was pretty unusable if you're gonna be using autofocus. And yeah, the autofocus just wasn't quite there to justify the cost, and kind of just, you had to be patient. So as long as you knew what you were doing, you used it a lot, you planned your shots, you picked it, it was fine. I did plenty of shoots with it and was totally happy with it. But whenever you're using, because I use Canon mostly for my work, for my in-studio stuff, when I want something quick, fast, done, let's just get it over with. I'm not here to think about it. It's kind of like your work truck. I'm just ready to get the job done and go home. This is kind of my weekend getaway car. This is something I just enjoy taking out on the weekends. I love it. Just something that inspires me to go out and shoot. Like most people say about Leica, just inspires them to shoot. And it doesn't matter if it's Leica or Fuji or anything inspiring for you to shoot, or it really doesn't matter. Just enjoy the process. And I've always kind of enjoyed just testing out new gear and playing with new cameras. And this is one of those cameras that I've enjoyed playing with. And so far the camera has given me 0 issues. It does have the, what is it? Whatever you call it, the credit thing, where you can add your accreditation to photos. The Leica M11 has it, and then this has it. But I did notice that when it is on, it will slow the camera down pretty significantly. The buffer goes up to about 120 unless you're using an extremely fast card. So I was like curious, I was like, why is this buffer only at 120? I thought this was supposed to be the fastest Leica, the big buffer, and it kept filling up and I was just so confused. But when you have that on, it does slow the camera down a lot because it's writing information to each photo. You have to look into it if you're not aware of what I'm talking about, but I turned it off. I'm not interested in it, don't need it. So now the camera is totally back to normal. There is no basically endless buffer. You can pretty much shoot forever, especially with a CFast card like I have in mine. And no issues with the camera. The autofocus is on par, I would say, with most previous generation Canon, Sony's. Probably not their latest and greatest, but anything previous generation, the A7 IIIs and ups, A7, the Canon, R6, which I have, and I've compared the files and they're basically the same. I don't think about the Leica autofocus anymore. Now it's just something kind of, I don't have to worry about, which is great. So no issues there. Autofocus is incredible. Major upgrade from the SL2 and SL2S. Huge upgrade. So if you're wondering if this is a good upgrade, if you're concerned about autofocus, yeah, it's a massive difference. You don't have to think about it anymore. You're really going to get every shot. Very, very few are out of focus. It's basically the exact same as my R6, which every now and then you get a couple that aren't perfect, but not the end of the world. I'm not looking for that, especially in certain, portrait sessions, anything like that. You're not going to miss a shot. It's going to be perfect. So autofocus, no issues. Battery life, I don't have an issue. The SL3, it was a little worse, I feel like, probably because of the processing power of the bigger sensor. I did have that camera briefly. It was kind of unnecessary for me, I would say. I just didn't need the 60 megapixel. I didn't need it at the time. Just wasn't one of those things I was really going after. I'm more of like a kind of minimalist. I really just want something simple, clean. The price was better. I like the blacked out logo, just kind of the small things about this camera that I really enjoy. I do have the Sigma 28-70. I love a compact, nice lens. I've had all the lenses pretty much, just not the Appos. I would like to try some. I'm a 50mm user. I love a 50mm. I've had the Lumix lenses. They're all great. I've had the Summicrons. They were great. I do enjoy manual focus, so I love using manual focus on this camera. I haven't rebought a manual focus M lens yet. I did have a nice little collection of stuff, but I did sell it off a while back when I got rid of my SL2S, so I did get rid of everything. Unfortunately, I wish I would have kept it, but as a whole, love the system, love what they've done with it. Great job, Leica, on getting up to par, I guess, pretty much with everybody else now, and it's just an enjoyable process for me. I like the way the camera feels and works and everything about it. It's great, but it's not always necessary for my work. That's why I kind of go back and forth, but this is usually my creative work. This is when I want to go out and have fun and create and just do things for fun and slow down a little bit. I grab my Canons when I know it's time to work and it's not necessarily time to play. You know, I'm sitting in the studio all day shooting for 8 hours. You're not going to just shoot ecom with this. Like, that's just, it's like taking a Porsche as your daily driver. If you can, sure, but like, is it necessary? No, not really. Just get something cheap. If you're doing everyday style of shooting, grab a cheap camera. I have a couple R6s and they just live in the studio. I don't take them out and they're my work truck. I love them. Nothing wrong with them. Just when I see them, I'm just, I'm thinking work. And this kind of gets me back out and just kind of inspiring to go shoot and create again. And that's really all I'm looking for, is just a little spark. It's an expensive spark, but it is a spark. And maybe I'll keep it, maybe I won't. I do love it. This doesn't have any issues like the last one where you're just like, wow, I spent $5 grand and I can't even hit focus. So this one, yeah, definitely a little better on that end. So you're not really worried about that. And it's very inspiring to just go out and create with it, whether it's Leica or Hasselblad or Fuji or whatever it may be. I enjoy all of them. I enjoy cameras in general. And so far, this has been a great camera to use. I have some pictures, of course, as you've seen going up. I've done a couple shoots with it already. No issues there. I do have another shoot tomorrow. I will get a BTS of that shoot. It's very fun, just kind of a casual fun with my friends. So we're just gonna go out and I'm gonna kind of test the camera a little bit and get some B-roll of that. And yeah, I'm gonna do a comparison between the Deluxe and this camera. Kind of pointless, but fun, just to see the colors and just kind of how the cameras react to each photo and just see what they look like. It's just kind of interesting to me because as a whole, it's like that's a 24-70, this is a 24-70 basically. So just kind of a fun little test. So I'll just do some kind of fun things with the Leicas. But yeah, I enjoy them. Nothing really too special, there's no major differences from most cameras other than just build quality. And it's just a beautiful camera to look at, as you can tell. I've put up some B-roll of it, and yeah, I just love it. Inspires me to go out and shoot. Am I gonna keep it? For now, yeah, I do enjoy it. But there are times in the studio whenever a light goes down or I need new equipment and you're kind of looking at a big, expensive camera. And if it is my full-time job, I do have to prioritize certain things. But for right now, I love it. I don't want to keep it. And if you're interested in the SL3S, it's definitely an upgrade over the SL2S for sure. Zero issues, and yeah, all around great camera. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Super quick, just first impressions, and I'll get some more videos out about the camera and kind of showing more pictures and maybe a first person view or kind of more talking while I'm shooting. That way you can kind of understand what's happening. And I'll talk about some issues, maybe if I run into anything, and keep you updated on the camera and see how it holds up. So I hope you enjoyed it. Quick one today. And yeah, that's the Leica SL3S first impressions, and tune back in. I'll get some more videos out soon. See you in the next one.